Welcome. This is One Life to Live by Saranya Umakanthan, a powerful reminder that you have one life, and it's yours to live fully. This is brought to you by Beyond the Cover, where every book inspires a life fully lived. There comes a moment in every life when you look at yourself in the mirror and ask, am I living or merely existing? Too many people go through their days as though they are passengers, not realizing they have the power to take the wheel. One life is all we have, yet most spend it trapped in fear, bound by opinions, weighed down by their past. But deep within you lies a voice that refuses to be silenced, a voice that whispers that you are capable of more, that you are not born to fade away quietly but to rise, to shine, to live fully. You see, life is not about waiting for permission. It is not about following the script that others have written for you. It is about daring to pick up the pen and write your own. Every sunrise you see is proof that you've been given another chance to create, to transform, to choose again. And yet, how often do we waste these chances? How often do we push our dreams to tomorrow, hoping the future will be kinder, forgetting that the only moment promised to us is now? The truth is, the chains that bind you are not made of iron, they are made of fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But think about it. What if you were fearless for just a moment? What if you dared to step into the arena of your own potential? You would stumble, yes, but you would also discover strength you never imagined. You would learn that every fall is not the end, but the beginning of resilience. When you stop running from your fears and face them head on, they lose their power over you. They shrink and you grow. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the author of your destiny. Life will throw storms your way, but storms are not here to destroy you. They are here to shape you, to teach you how to anchor yourself, to show you that you can stand even when the winds rage against you. And when the storm passes, you will not be the same person. You will be stronger, wiser, more alive. That is the gift of struggle. That is the gift of pain. Too often we confuse survival with living. Survival is going through the motions, living for weekends, waiting for joy as though it is a distant dream. But living, truly living, is waking up each day with intention. It is saying, today I will not waste my breath. Today I will not play small. Today I will step out of the shadows of doubt and into the light of possibility. Living is about daring to love even when you've been hurt, about believing in yourself even when the world doesn't, about creating meaning in every moment instead of waiting for life to hand it to you. There will always be voices that tell you you're not enough, that you don't belong, that your dreams are foolish. But understand this, those voices are only as loud as you allow them to be. The real question is, whose voice will you choose to believe? The echo of doubt or the call of your own heart? The world has enough people living half-lives. What it needs is someone who dares to live fully, who dares to rise every time they fall, who dares to say, this is my life, and I will not waste it. You must remind yourself that the weight you carry is not meant to break you. It is meant to awaken you. Every scar on your heart is proof that you survived, proof that you endured what others thought would destroy you. Instead of hiding your wounds, wear them as a badge of honor, for they show the world that you are still standing. There is beauty in your brokenness, because it is through those cracks that your strength shines through. Do not wait for the perfect time, because perfection is a mirage. If you keep waiting for everything to align before you start, you will be waiting your entire life. The truth is, greatness is not born from perfect conditions. It is born from persistence in imperfect ones. You rise not because the world makes it easy, but because you choose to rise anyway. Think about it. The most powerful moments of your life will not come when you feel safe. They will come when you step into the unknown. Comfort zones are prisons made of invisible bars. You may feel secure within them, but they steal your potential. They silence your dreams. Life will keep calling you to expand. And if you ignore the call, you will wake up one day filled with regret, haunted by the question of what might have been. Regret is heavier than failure. Failure can teach you. Failure can shape you. But regret leaves you with nothing but emptiness. So take the risk. Say the words you've been holding back. Pursue the dream you've been postponing. Start the journey you've been afraid of. The cost of action may be high, but the cost of inaction is higher. There's a fire within you, a fire that flickers quietly when you live in doubt, but burns fiercely when you decide to believe. That fire is your purpose, your calling, your reason for being here. It is not an accident that you have certain passions, certain talents, certain dreams that tug at your heart. They are there for a reason. They are signals guiding you toward the life you are meant to create. Do not ignore them. Do not silence them because the world tells you they are unrealistic. The world has always called dreamers unrealistic, until those very dreams change the world. Understand that your worth is not defined by where you started, by what you lost, or by the mistakes you made. Your worth is defined by how you rise, by how you choose to move forward, by how you refuse to give up even when the road is dark. Every step you take in courage adds to your story. And remember, your story is not over. As long as you are breathing, you have the power to turn the page, to create a new chapter, to shift the direction of your life. Too many people surrender too soon. They let their past dictate their future. But the past is nothing more than a chapter, not the whole book. You can rewrite the ending. Do not measure your life by what you have or what you lack. Measure it by the courage you show, by the love you give, by the moments you create. At the end of your journey, you will not remember the things you owned, but the risks you took, the lives you touched, the dreams you dared to pursue. You have one life to live, and every day you delay is a day you cannot get back. The clock is ticking, but it is not your enemy. It is your reminder that now is the time. There will be days when you feel invisible, when your efforts seem to go unnoticed, when the world feels heavy on your shoulders. In those moments, you must remember that you are not defined by external applause, but by the inner strength you carry. Recognition is temporary, but resilience is eternal. You don't live to impress the world. You live to fulfill the promise within you. The greatest victories are not those shouted from rooftops, but those won quietly in the battle between who you are and who you are becoming. When fear whispers that you cannot go on, answer with action. Action is the antidote to fear. Every small step you take toward your dream diminishes the grip of doubt. Do not underestimate the power of one step, because one step leads to another, and before you know it, you are walking a path you once thought impossible. Mountains are climbed not in giant leaps, but in steady, determined steps. So even if you feel you are moving slowly, keep moving. Momentum builds strength, and strength builds transformation. Too often we chase validation from others, forgetting that the approval we need most is our own. You don't need permission to dream bigger, to take risks, to choose differently. You don't need the world to understand your journey. You only need the courage to walk it. Let people doubt you. Let them criticize. Let them laugh if they must. Their doubts are not your destiny. Your destiny is written in the decisions you make and the persistence you show when no one is watching. Every soul longs for freedom. The freedom to live authentically, to love openly, to create without fear, to stand tall in one's truth. And yet, many lock themselves in cages built from comparisons and expectations. You are not here to live someone else's life. You are not here to be a reflection of society's standards. You are here to be yourself, unapologetically, courageously, and fully. To live otherwise is to betray the gift you've been given. You may feel that your pain has no purpose, that your struggles are meaningless. But look deeper. Every hardship carries a lesson. Every wound carries wisdom. Every loss carries a seed of strength. The very things that broke you also built you. The very nights you cried alone prepared you to stand taller in the daylight. Nothing you have endured is wasted, unless you choose to let it defeat you. But if you choose to grow from it, to rise from it, then your pain becomes your power. This is the truth. No one else can live your life for you. No one else can walk your path, fight your battles, or fulfill your potential. That responsibility is yours and yours alone. And while that may feel heavy, it is also liberating, because if your life belongs to you, then so does your power. And when you finally embrace that power, when you stop shrinking and start expanding, you will see that you were never meant to merely survive. You were meant to live. There is a voice inside you that has been waiting patiently for you to listen. It is the voice that tells you to take the leap, to say yes to the unknown, to trust yourself even when everything around you feels uncertain. For too long, you may have silenced that voice, choosing instead to listen to doubt, to fear, to the opinions of others. But the moment you decide to honor that inner voice, you step into the freedom of authenticity. You begin to live not as the world expects you to, but as you were meant to. That is when life transforms from a routine into a journey, from survival into creation. Do not confuse struggle with failure. Struggle is proof that you are moving forward, proof that you are stretching beyond the limits you once thought were unbreakable. Every challenge you face is a mirror reflecting your capacity to grow. The question is never whether the challenge is too big. The question is whether you are willing to become bigger than the challenge. And you are. You always have been. Sometimes you just forget. It is easy to lose yourself in the noise of the world, to measure your worth against timelines, comparisons, and illusion perfection displayed by others. But life is not a race, and it is not meant to be a constant competition. You are not behind. You are not late. You are exactly where you are supposed to be to learn what you must learn, to grow into who you must become. Stop looking sideways and look within. Your path is unique, and it deserves your full attention. What matters is not how fast you reach your destination, but how intentionally you walk the path. Slow progress is still progress. Small victories still count. Every time you refuse to give up, you are winning, even if the world cannot yet see it. And when the results finally come, you will know that it was not luck, not chance, but the fruit of your persistence, your grit, your refusal to quit when others would have walked away. Life is too short to live on autopilot. Too short to keep waiting for the right moment. Too short to let fear steal your days and regret steal your nights. Imagine yourself at the end of your journey, looking back. Will you be proud of the risks you took, the love you gave, the dreams you chased? Or will you be haunted by the opportunities you let slip away, the words you never said, the life you never dared to live? The answer depends on the choices you make now. So choose boldly. Choose to love deeply, even if it scares you. Choose to dream recklessly, even if others laugh. Choose to rise every time you stumble, because stumbling is not the end. It is proof that you are still moving. Choose to embrace life in all its messiness, its uncertainty, its beauty, because you have one life to live, and the only tragedy would be to waste it by playing small. There is a reason you are here, in this moment, hearing these words. It is because a part of you knows that you are capable of more, that your life is not meant to be ordinary. You were not created to drift aimlessly, to live in the shadows of fear or regret. You were created to stand in your power, to ignite the fire within you, to embrace the fullness of who you are. You don't need to wait for a perfect plan, for the right approval, or for tomorrow to come. Tomorrow is not promised. The only time you truly own is now, and now is powerful enough to change everything. You must choose to stop carrying the weight of the past, as if it defines you. The past is not a prison. It is a teacher. Learn from it, honor it, and then release it. You cannot step into the life you want if your hands are still holding the pain of what has been. Freedom comes the moment you decide to let go. Let go of what broke you. Let go of who doubted you. Let go of the mistakes you cannot change. When you do, you will find that your future opens wide before you, waiting for you to claim it. Never underestimate the ripple effect of your courage. When you choose to live fully, you give others permission to do the same. When you refuse to shrink, you become a mirror that shows others their own potential. Your life is not just about you. It is about the lives you touch, the inspiration you spark, the hope you bring. You may never know how many hearts you influence, how many souls find strength because you chose to rise. And that is the true legacy of a life well lived. So breathe deeply and remember this. You are stronger than you know, braver than you believe, and more capable than you could imagine. You do not have to wait for anyone to save you, because the hero you have been waiting for is already within you. Your power lies not in wishing for a different life, but in choosing to create it. Every decision, every action, every moment is a brushstroke on the canvas of your destiny, and you hold the brush. The clock is ticking, but it is not your enemy. It is a reminder that life is precious, fleeting, and too valuable to waste. You have one chance, one voice, one life to live. So live it with fire in your heart and courage in your steps. Live it with love, with passion, with conviction. Refuse to let your days slip away unnoticed. Refuse to leave this world with your song still inside you. Sing it, live it, be it. And when you look back years from now, you will not wonder if you mattered. You will know Because you chose to rise, you chose to believe, you chose to live. And that is the greatest victory of all. Thank you for listening. Remember, you have one life to live. Make it count, embrace your power, and never stop rising.